Hello and welcome, you join me, ADG, and here I am on Gran Turismo yet again. For those that are familiar with me, I rarely get off this game. Just going to jump in the daily races and see if you've read the title of my stream, see if I can get my driver rating up to A. I'm not far off. I think you need about 30,000 points to get up to A, and I'm at about 27,000 at the moment. So not far off at all. Right, I'm going to jump in daily race A. I quite like Tsukuba, and it's in the Mazda Roadster Touring car as well, so it looks like a 105. It's an incredibly quick time. That's the fastest times in the world. So we'll jump in and have a go at this. So 6 minutes left. Tsukuba being quite a short track should give me a few laps of qualifying before we get underway. So it should be okay. I should get 3 or 4 laps in. The issue with Tsukuba is it's a really short track, really quite a simple track, but because of that, it really takes some time to hone those lines and just get that extra little bit of lap time here, there, and everywhere to get the ultimate times in. But it's certainly a good fun track. I enjoy it. What am I doing? I'm about to sip out of a glass at Tempter there. Yeah, I didn't take it back down last night. Naughty me. So, brand new these dailies today, and let's jump into them. There's no setup, I don't think. Check on the tyres that we can have, but other than that, I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to change. Nope. So, off we go. Bit of a practice. I've driven these cars before, but certainly not overly familiar with them. Did actually watch a bit of racing at the weekend involving these cars, and can't remember who the commentator was now, but they were saying that you have to use the oversteer a little bit to get the speed out of it. Roll that through that apex and back on the power. Feels slow so far for lap 1, but I'm sure we'll improve. We'll get it in there nice and early as well. For anyone that watches this and you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm trying to get up to 100 subscribers by Christmas. It might not sound like a mega number to some people, but it certainly made me happy and put a smile on my face if I managed it. Just over a month to go, as most might be aware. So I'm at 80 at the moment, so I'm looking for another 20 by Christmas. So nice little target for myself. Try and find 20 subscribers before, well, in a month. Which again might sound like a silly, small figure to some people, but that's quite a lot for me at the moment. So hopefully in time it'll get bigger and bigger. But yeah, 20 by Christmas would be nice. So if you haven't, help us out with that and hit that subscribe. I'm purple at the moment. Got to make sure you get this corner right, because it's all about that corner really. Getting the power out of that corner makes so much difference. Certainly be more time to be gained out of there, but that wasn't too bad that time. Oh, excuse me. Just gained quite a bit through that last corner as well by just taking it nice and steady, so I don't think that'll be a quick time, but certainly improving slowly. That's better into T1, so gained a lot of time just at that apex, getting it nice and tidy. Lost a bit of time on the exit though, saying that. Just looking at the delta at the bottom. Important to keep tracking slower cars, or I think so anyway. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but in a slower car you can't quite make up for your little mistakes with just pure acceleration and bravery. So you've got to keep an eye on it to see where you've gained and where you've lost the time through the lap to try and improve the next lap. Obviously the Ghost is a bit of a help, but when you're in front of the Ghost it doesn't tell you much, and you don't want to be looking back at it every 2 seconds. So 3 minutes left. I should get another at least 2 laps in, maybe 3, depending on how long over it runs the time, how long it runs over the time once it's finished. It always seems to run over quite a lot. Just trying to roll it through, keep it at that apex until we can get back on the power for the exit. And just using, as soon as you get it in a straight line over the curb on the right hand side there, on the brakes. Oh, I've lost it on the mid corner there, touched the curb and it unsettled the car. It pulled me round, but I thought I was going to oversteer, so I corrected it and then I messed it all up. So I'm behind my Ghost yet again. 106.4. I know from the quickest times in the world they were 105, so it's not that quick, but hopefully it's top 10 in qualifying. I always say when you go into qualifying you find out you're right at the back. Doesn't make for the best of races. Well, it does if you're not streaming. Anyway, more about where I come in this race relative to where I start. Trying to gain that DR rather than anything else, so I just got to keep it going and try and have a decent race and gain on the guys in front, whoever's in front of me. I feel like you're so slow out of there, doesn't matter what you do. Not taking that brilliantly there, I had to lift a little bit because I didn't open up the corner enough. Back on the power as early as the day there, a lot earlier than I've been previously. Not really feeling it at the moment. Gained time at the apex in T1 there, but then lost it on the exit. So in the run into him, my Ghost is just catching me all the way. Oh, a bit wide. Just trying to keep it flat through there. Didn't want to lift at all, and that's the result. Alright, time has run down, so I should be starting the race any minute now. The first little attempt at daily race here. I'm not really happy with that qualifying, but hopefully we can, well, we'll see where we come. Got quite nice, so yeah, 10th. So I knew it wasn't a great time, that. So I'm in 10th for my first race, but we'll see how we can do in the race. I'm not sure how many laps it is, I didn't really pay much attention. So I might not have the longest amount of time, and there's certainly not that much speed in these cars to be able to beat someone by like a second a lap. It'd be ridiculous. So yeah, it's going to be tricky, but we'll see how we do. Anyway, it doesn't really matter where I come, so long as I'm improving and my DR's going up really. So I've got 9th written on my bonnet there. Which, I don't know if this is even true or not, but people seem to say it quite a lot. That whatever number you've got in your car, that's the kind of position you've got to beat to improve your DR. And I think it is as simple as that. So starting in 10th, I just need to make up one position really, or possibly more. That'd be nice. Definitely not a corner to come out in 3rd gear. Yeah, I could do with playing around with the brake bias a little bit, especially if people seem to be braking later into that corner and coming out faster onto the long back straight. It's the crucial corner really to get your overtakes in. If you get the run out of there, then you can get down the inside into the last corner. I really like this track, I really do. I've never driven it in anything quick, and I know it's not a particularly long track or anything like that, so the lap time would be ridiculously quick, but they're really quite fun. It's always seems to be slow cars people use around here. But saying that, I do love a good slow car as well. So we've made a decent start there. Keep it to the inside so no one can really challenge down there. Side by side as we exit T1 with some guy next to me. Give him a little bit of respect because I need to try and get back to that apex, otherwise there's going to be everyone coming down the inside of me. Oh, contact in front. The guy's going slowly in front. Bit more contact as they went side by side and banged doors at the apex. After they've lost the run down the straight, guy on the grass to the right hand side, going right to the inside of this guy, nearly pushing me over the. Oh, this is getting aggressive. Everyone's having a bit of an elbows out moment on this lap 1. So it's 5 laps. I've only just looked. I'm up into 7th with a guy right at the side of me. I'm actually in 8th because he's just got his bumper in front as we turn into the last corner. I had to give him a little bit of room on the exit there, so I couldn't quite put my foot down as early as I would have liked. 2 guys behind looking to get to the inside. On to the beginning of lap 2. Guy went for an overtake there around the outside, went deep and he's dropped back because of it. Good overtaking corner this if you can get the apex off the guy in front of you. It's a tiny little lift into there, not fully lifting off but just not full throttle for a split second, and then you can get back on the power and the car will take it. So getting down the inside on the exit on the guy next to me, bit of argy-bargy. So guys in 5th and 6th are battling and going pretty slowly, so we're catching them pretty quickly now. Bit of a gap to the guys behind, so it looks like it might go 3 wide into T1, which gives me surely an opportunity to get a position. There we go. The inside just opened up for me. Oh no, this is not good. Running 4, nearly 4 wide into here. I'm going to brake early and again look for that opportunity at the apex if it arises. No one's really gone wide though, so I'm just being slowed down now. So we could really do with getting past. Get a little SR down as I touch the guy in front with my bumper. He's going to dive to the outside, no doubt. He's come for the defensive line, leaves me nowhere to go. I can try the cut back, but I have to brake so heavily to do it that I don't really want to. So we've got to try and run around the outside. Got a decent run out of there actually. We've got it side by side now, heading into the last corner. Someone's picked up a penalty, so that puts me up another position, which is good. Got the inside line as we're heading to here. He's gone a little bit deep, so he's had to brake and then come back to the apex. And he's found me there as he's had to do that, but he's got a good run out. He's side by side now, he's down the inside for T1, so I'll have to keep the outside line for a little bit longer than I'd like before I turn in. He's gone a little bit deep, so I get the run on the exit. He's still there though. I need to cover that inside line, so I need to cut across in front of him. Need to dive down the inside into here. You can try to go around the outside all the likes, but it's pretty tricky. It's not impossible though. So up into 6th. Guy in front goes a little bit wide, is that a penalty? Nope, he's not picked up a penalty. Because of that, I've got to be cautious that the guy behind doesn't dive down the inside. You can really force the dive on this track, as you've seen me do in that second lap, I think it was. Really, if there's any kind of gap at the apex, you can get your nose down there and have a go. So you've got to keep the momentum going in these cars. They're not the fastest, so it's hard. Sometimes you might have a go, but you don't get the run on the exit, so you end up losing the position, even though it was a genuinely good move, just because of the acceleration of this Mazda. Oh, someone's dropped out, so that's gave me another position. Nice. So up into 5th without doing too much really. The guy behind me is still battling away for his 5th place back. Oh, a little bit of understeer heading wide onto the exit curb there. I've carried enough speed to still be able to take the line into here, or should be able to, without a ram from behind. Oh, shouldn't have gone into 1st there, that was a mistake. We're still just about, even though he's sat in my slipstream, we've still just about got the run on him. Got to keep it to the inside so he can't get any kind of cutback. He might be able to go faster around there, but he can't get back to the inside. No, that's it. I didn't even realise. So not a bad race in the end, 5th, and that'll have done my DR a whole world of good. Hopefully. It was 9th on my bonnet, so a little bit aggressive at times in there, but kind of got to be when there's only a few laps in the race. Any little opportunity you think you can take, you've got to go for. There's no point in sitting there for 2 laps just chasing someone, hoping for the best. So that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Do like that race. I think it's been up a few times since we've been doing the dailies. That kind of thing anyway, maybe not the same car, but certainly at Tsukuba, and I always enjoy it. So there's nothing else to enter at the moment, so I'm just going to jump back in, get a better qualifying time hopefully, and have another race at Tsukuba, get used to the track a little bit more as well, with a second session. We've got 10 minutes qualifying, so roughly, well, just over a minute a lap, so we'll get about 9 laps in. I'm going to do it one day. I'll do a little video of me going around Tsukuba in some ridiculously quick car. See how hard it is. You won't even get a chance to put your foot down before you're at the next corner. Right, so what am I doing? I'm just jumping straight back in. Got to hone into this car a little bit better now. Get somewhere near on my qualifying time. For some reason, I can see the traction control flashing away, and turn that off. Felt like a decent lap so far actually, which is always nice for the first time out in qualifying. Not first time out, first lap in a new attempt. The exit of that corner is absolutely crucial, and I just can't work out exactly how to take it in this car to get the maximum speed. It feels slow whatever you do. Said it earlier, and I'm not giving it as much credit as as I should do. It's a momentum based car really, without the acceleration and the horsepower. So you just got to keep that momentum up as much as possible mid corner. Really try not to scrub off too much speed on the brakes, obviously get it stopped enough, and then just try and be as smooth as possible so you don't scrub too much time on the tyres as well. And the tiny little differences start making a difference in lap time. Saying that I'm behind my ghost, but oh, see, that felt like a good exit, but then you get oversteer, so is it a good exit? Where my lighter's gone. Right, come on. Go for a bit of a different approach actually into T1. Just go for the inside instead of trying to open up the line with a wide entry. Just go to the inside, a bit like what you do at the end section of the first corner at Nürburgring. Kind of have to dive to the inside of that and not take it really wide. Well, that was terrible. Because I lost concentration and went down a gear for no reason. Oh well. Right, let's try and get this corner better whilst we've messed up this lap. Let's try and push. No, again. I think I'm going too early on the brakes and then trying to turn it in too early. I need to go a little bit deeper and just straighten up that exit. Less understeer, gave me a little bit of time. Definitely a bit deeper and then straighter on the exit, and it's worked out as well. Jumped my ghost quite well there, looking back and pulling on it down the straight as well, so definitely a better exit just from that deep, that braking just slightly deeper and running it deeper into the corner before you get that turning point. Lost a little bit of time on the last corner, but I'm up, so I've gained a little bit. Still not brilliant though, I'll be honest. Can't get this first corner any kind of speed out of it. Need to do the same there, I think. Go that little bit deeper and cut back to it. But then you're opening up the apex in, I suppose it's qualifying and no one's on here, but when you're actually in the race and you take that line, you start opening up the apex to everyone. Different line again, just trying to carry the speed all the way to the apex, but no, it's definitely the deep in that's fastest. Right, deep into this first corner now, into the next lap. It's a terrible line. Gonna chuck me wide at the apex. I got chuck me wide at the exit. I got to the apex too early. Right, deep. Bit of oversteer to battle though, because you on the power a lot earlier. Still turning. tiny differences. You don't feel like you've done anything wrong, but you just lose that time. Well, I'm struggling to get any faster. I really am. Trying these different lines, but nothing seems to really work for me. People that have gone into 105s, and bloody hell, that is quick. I could try to use more of the brakes, I suppose, on this car. Brake a little bit heavier than I've been. I'm trying to brake it pretty easy and try and prevent shifting the weight too much and suddenly to the front. Pretty close to my Ghost. Didn't seem like a particularly great start to the lap, so it's a decent second sector. Till I've just done that. Too much understeer, gone too wide, and fighting to get back to the apex. Oops. Got to be a bit more gentle, just trying to accelerate a bit more gently out of the corners, just trying to be heavier on the brakes almost, but gentler on the throttle. Just trying to avoid all those little bits of understeer and oversteer. Oh, I cut the track too much. Oops. I think that's about as fast as I can go. Might have to watch one of the laps from the guys who've done a 105. Should have put the Ghost on, to be fair. They'd probably help me. Oh, I'm not far off beating it there. Typical, the lap I've got a penalty and I've got to take it on. I'm about as close as I've been for a fair few laps now. Anyway, next race, here we go. And where my lighter went. What a miserable day today, Jesus. Good to see. So I'm in 5th this time with a slightly improved lap and being in a different lobby as well. Might mean that I've got a higher position to beat on the car though. So we'll see what it is. Check in a minute as well and see if that first race did improve my DR. Well, I've got number 3 on my bonnet, so I'm going to have a bit of a race on to manage that. Got to gain 2 positions and I can't go backwards. Good to know, them guys were on the inside then, took the outside line and somehow managed to get the power down before them. Even when they had that big slide, then really quite easy to catch. Easy cars to drive these, but good fun. To get the ultimate time is not easy. Very temperamental to the weight transfer. Pretty much flat out as you leave the grid, even without TC on. Just not that much power to these cars that you're going to spin your wheels and just sit there. So we've managed to have a little bit of a decent start. We haven't made up a position, but certainly not lost one. Oh, contact from the guys in front. Is there an opportunity here somewhere? To give the guy on the left a bit of room, so I took an incredibly wide line through there. So that's one position, as there's a bit more contact. This guy in blue looks like he's unpredictable, weaving all over the place, straight into the guy in front of him as well, which gives me nowhere to go. That's given me a terrible run out of there, back into fifth as well. That guy in blue is a bit of a nuisance. Someone's trying to dive down the inside, going to have to defend that. And a quick glance at the radar. Kind of want that guy in blue to catch up with second place now, because he's probably going to hit him again. So as bad as that sounds, it's going to help me and the guy in yellow out, Gabri, or whatever it's called. Do with an inside dive here. He's gone for the defensive line though, so he's blocked it already. Too early for me to get over. But I've got a better run on him on the exit. So if I can just about have the gap to pull back in front of me there, so he can go defensive. Looking for the cutback. He's stuck nice and close to the apex, so he was always looking to go a little bit wide on the exit. Couldn't quite get the cutback though, he had the speed. Everyone's gone a little bit deep into T1 there by the look of it, all following each other's line. I'm going to brake in as straight a line as possible and just set that corner up as nicely as possible. It's a pretty tricky corner, even though it's banked. Still a bit of a tricky one to get round nicely. Oh, guy in second place is on the grass. The English guy as well. And now we've got third place on the grass on the exit, so he'll be slow down here now. But already judging by his racing, he'll be very defensive. In fact, he hasn't even defended. He had the straight line speed to stay in front. I was hoping he was going to have to defend, because that would have slowed him down. A bit of oversteer as I get on the throttle early again, try and straight line that exit as best as possible. Closed in on the guy in front a little bit through there. Need to make up 2 positions here, I'm running out of time. Even when you go for a late dive, there's just no room to get it done if the guy in front takes a nice tidy line through the corner. Or if you're not close enough, that is. Like I wasn't there, but if it had gone a little bit wide, I could have made that work. Going to the 105s. Can't do it in qualifying, but with a bit of a slipstream from the guy in front and a bit of inspiration whilst racing, I've managed it. It looks like it's closing back up to me. The guys in front, we're on the last lap now though, so if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen now. Guy behind me is not that far behind. I hope he's not tempted to go for a late dive. I think he's too far behind. Surely he can't. Guy in blue's gone a little bit deep into there. Lost the mid corner a little bit. Come on. I just want a little bit more speed out of these things. I know they're all exactly the same, so it won't matter anyway, but I just feel like I could have had him then if I'd have had a bit more power on that exit. So I didn't really go anywhere. Back into 5th after that little bit of contact, and then yeah, didn't really gain from there after that. And that guy in blue was aggressive at the start, bloody hell. Fair play to him though, he got a podium. Keep picking up the bloody wrong glass. Right, messages, I saw a message or two, so I'll have a quick look at that. Bear with me. So yeah, 5th in the end. Would have done my DR in it. Oh, it might have done. Probably has done it a little bit of harm. Working hard, yeah, definitely, that's me. Definitely. Didn't catch the name actually. Sean, how's it going, Sean? You alright? So, hopefully, come out this time and there's another daily race to do. And don't just have to keep doing daily race here. It's the timing of it. Oh, that could be good. 5 laps, so take a while. Kind of want to do daily race B, but I think I'd have a good chance at that as well, since I drive Group 3s all the time. What do I do? What do I do? Any ideas, anyone? What do I do? How long have we got to wait for? So it's only a 4-minute wait to do Group 3, I might just wait. Do a bit of qualifying for it whilst I wait. Yeah, I'll do that. Got a decent chance of improving my DR in this. I would think anyway. I'll go in my trusty. What are you saying? Race B, there you go. That's what I thought, that's what I thought. Great minds and all that. I could do with a little iPad thing, but so I could see all these messages instantly. I'm not that sophisticated, I've just got my phone. Where shall I put it? Where it was. Right. There's already a few fast times in this already, by the look of it. Can't actually see because of my little video screen. But yeah. Here we go. Let's see if we can change anything. Nope. Standard setup, which is how I'm used to driving this car, which is handy. Oh, excuse me. So, Red Bull, a bit deep into the last corner, very deep impact. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Seems faster. Seems faster than what I remember. Right, I'm going to give myself a restart. I just messed up first lap straight away. You have to remind me as well to actually join a race and not just do the qualifying. Sit here for half an hour like I've done before, just qualifying and thinking, well, didn't I enter a race? How come I'm tired? Seems quite lively, I don't know why. Like I say, I'm quite used to driving this car. It surprised me a little bit out of there. We've got to be careful of losing traction coming out of the uphill exit. It's always tricky to get the power down and actually get some pace out of it. Definitely makes a difference being on the hard tyre. I think that's why I'm struggling that little bit. I'm so used to running this on the medium being the worst tyre I've probably ever driven it on. But everyone's got the same issue with the hard tyre in these races, so it doesn't make any difference at the end of the day. Just a bit more of a struggle to drive the car. And you get a little bit more oversteer going on, which you can argue is a little bit more fun. Not when you're trying to qualify though. Slow through there, missed the apex by a mile, better through the last one. See what that first time is. 1:30.9, so not too bad. Well, I have no idea actually, I'm assuming that's not too bad, felt alright. Definitely go quicker though. There we go, better exit out of the first corner. It's not actually gave me any time, so that bit of oversteer didn't really affect me, it turns out. Missed the apex. And then did exactly what I said to avoid doing on the first lap. I've just done on the second lap. I just planted my foot and hope for the best. Got these hard tyres horrible. I forgot how bad they are. Should have maybe gone in the AMG, a bit more planted probably on the harder tyre. Like the challenge, so stick with this. I do like Red Bull. For some reason I just feel like it suits me. Oh, bit too early. Tried to avoid the corner cut by not turning in quite sharp. We could just about manage it. Right, let's go for a fast one, come on. Might just come out of there in second next time. Struggling to keep that rear end under control out of there. Just trying to avoid it altogether by doing it in second. I had a better line through there then until I got the oversteer. I'll finish this lap and then actually enter the race and set up a ghost as well to chase. Too wide into that second to last corner. Just losing time by being hesitant on the throttle on the exit because I've gone too wide. So a slight improvement, but not a lot. Still in the 130s. Right. Go back out. I noticed the other day, I watched a little bit of my stream back just to make sure my sound were alright and all that kind of stuff, and I kept doing that all the time. Never even realised I did it. Right. What am I doing? Yeah, and there is. Do I go in that? Yeah. Need to get more and more used to driving it for my league, so I'll go in it. Or do I? Well, let's see what the top times are in. Oh, bloody hell. I hate it when all the top times are in the Lamborghini. Or GTR as well. I'm not a big fan of the GTR, so I don't like either of those cars at the top. So I might just stick with my trusty Toyota. Right. So I will go Toyota. Probably not the quickest round here, but like I say, I should be able to do alright in it. I always find most Group 3s are pretty even, or you can extract a little bit of difference by one of them being better at straight line speed, or one being better through the corners, or whatever it might be on the brakes. You just got to kind of learn the strengths of each one and then use it. Right, so yeah, I can set up a ghost, can't I? Wondering how to do it then. I never go for the game first, I always go for the game 10th. Oh, can I not do it? Can you not do it? I thought you could. Can I set these guys? No. No, you must only be able to do it in time trial. That's a bit annoying, I thought you could do it. So I wanted a ghost to follow, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, so you can't do it by the look of it, unless I'm doing something wrong. Right, 10 minutes to get a few laps in, and then go for race 3 of the stream. Race B this time, around Red Bull Ring. Looking for the 100 marker, get half the car on the curb, just so you can lose it and drift it through T1. I forgot about how I was respecting the tyres a little bit more. Right, compulsory restart. Try and just do a nice tidy lap and not try and push too hard, and see if it's actually any quicker. Miss the apex again. Keep going a little bit deep into that. Oh, you can't even lose it when you want it either, can you? Oh, it's getting slightly annoying, this. waste of a lap and the next one. We're going down into first there to use the engine braking from first gear, but then going back into second for the apex. As soon as you've actually got the braking done, back up into second, so don't even use first gear to try and pull out of the corner. It kind of worked quite nicely then. And I was up on my time until I hit that penalty banner. Right, nice steady fast lap, come on, get this bloody apex as well. I nearly got it. I think I touched it with one tyre. Right, I'm going to stay off this curb as well. It doesn't seem to like it on the hard tyres, fine on the softs and the super softs, but seems to unsettle the car a little bit when you run that curb into the first corner. Tiny bit down on my Ghost. It's not the same time as what I've my fastest time though of that Ghost. So down into first, then back up into second for the actual acceleration. Okay, that's just gained me time straight away out of there. A lot of time. No, that's because of that penalty. Missed it again, missed the exit as well, so that's a penalty. I think might have got away with that, I don't know. And that's definitely one though. Oh, for God's sake. 130.4 as well it was. Right, I'm just going to restart here. Otherwise I'm going to waste yet another lap there. Come on, I think my brake bias might be a bit wrong for this track. Trying something different. Oh, I forgot about the second gear thing. Could have had it there as well. Pretty much, I'm going to say pretty much side by side with my Ghost, but not anymore. I'll have a look at that in a second. I hope it's some advice for how to go quicker. Could do with it. Putting some nice tyres on would be better. Oh, it's too big to read right now. Yes, hit the apex. Look at that. That is just unbelievable skill. That's one lap I've done it on now. That's got to be quicker surely. There we go. A 1:30.358. That was a bit better. Hit that inside sausage, that yellow sausage curve then. Unsettle the front end. I'm ignoring my own technique now. I definitely was faster doing what I was doing in second gear. And I just keep doing it in first again now. I like the look of the Toyota so much that I like following the Ghost rather than beating it. So I'm not going to get another lap in, I don't think, unless the time runs over for ages like it does sometimes. See if we can get an extra lap in, but I doubt it. Was pretty late into T1 there and I've gained a bit of time. Try and remember my second gear technique into here. Down into first, then back up into second, ready for the exit. And I still get all over the place, even in second. I know what I'm doing wrong there. Ghost is back in front of me. I'm just braking too late, trying to make up time on the brakes, where you're better off trying to make it up on the corners instead. Trying to push too late on the brakes all the time, you're just going to have too many mistakes. When you get it a little bit wrong, it can end up being quite a big mistake, depending on where someone is in the race in front of you or whatever. Could have maybe improved there, but right, I'll read these messages. Oh, nice one, Has. Good luck on I hope so. I've been trying for ages, but I keep hovering about the same point really. Keep it on track, yeah, that's the main thing. Oh, so 6th, not too bad. Cheers, Has. Yeah, 1:30.358 puts me in 6th position. Definitely a bit more time in it. Looks like a good group of mixed cars though. There's all sorts in the lobby, which is always good to see, not just one car dominating the lobby, which kind of did expect from the Huracan being the fastest in the world final leaderboards or whatever it's called. I've got no drink now, and the one that I have got, it's got a bit of sawdust in it. I think I'll give it a miss. Oh no, I've got my can of bloody tramp juice. Well, it ain't actually, because it's bloody expensive Monster. Right. 4th? Were I in 4th a minute ago? 3rd? Oh, no. I'm sure I just said... Oh, have I got that wrong? We'll see at the start. Unless my memory is really bad, did I not just qualify in 6th? I'm sure it said 4th just before we went into this warm-up then. I've got 5th on my bonnet as well, so... Great warm-up, really worth coming out of the pits. Just about get to one corner before it finishes. Whoa, guy in front's qualifying time is incredibly close to mine. Nothing in it at all, really. Not quite sure if this is a standing start or what. Hoping it's a rolling start. So yeah, I am in 4th. Right, I ever imagined that I qualified in 6th or something's happened and a few people have dropped out or something. Did I qualify? Oh, no. Thought someone might have told me then. Right, Uncle Dave. Got good old Uncle Dave, 79, to beat in front. Bit older than me if that's his year of birth. Here we go. That Lambo behind looks pretty quick already. Looks like he might even have chance into T1. I hope he's pretty sensible and doesn't do it. Hit that yellow sausage of blood again there. Just upsets the car loads. And the back end steps out a little bit because of it. So brake a little bit earlier just in case someone in front is too early on the brakes. Saying that, I still went deep because I took it easy. I broke earlier but went a lot easier, a lot earlier, lighter on the brakes, so I've messed that one up. Down into 6th with someone on the right hand side as right into here, so I've got to give a bit of room as well. Oh, there's contact going on from everyone. I'm getting caught up in that, but a few people head off, so different people have made their way up, but I'm still in 6th position. Got the inside line on the, I think, the Lambo next to me. I just got to keep it nice and calm. Looks like there's going to be quite a bit of an aggressive race in front, especially from 3rd, 4th and 5th. 2nd, 3rd and 4th, by the look of it. Oh, Ian Ghost at a bad time, kind of. Oh, there's a guy next to me, I had absolutely nowhere to go that time. There's a guy on my inside and then the guy in front of me went slowly. God, this is close. Start the 2nd lap. Got to try go defensive here, get in front of the guys behind. He's gone. Oh my god, how much contact, guys, fuck's sake. I had to try and defend that corner, but that guy still went down the inside. And then just got rammed from behind. Right, well that's gone well. Great for my DR. I maybe got into that a little bit too much and forgot about my DR rating, but it's always good when you have a nice competitive opening lap, let's say. Shame that the result is I'm right at the back. I actually do struggle a little bit when it gets so rough because I'm not quite used to it anymore. Don't do enough racing like that anymore where you actually give it as good as you get. It's of all the league racing where you've got to keep it nice and clean and tidy. Find myself giving people room and then they get rammed by them 2 corners later. You just think, oh yeah, it's a completely different game, is this? And bloody daily races, you've got to be aggressive as hell. Anyway, let's see if we can get up from 14th position. That's my little challenge now. Game 13's not too far away, so it's possible. And then see if there's any mistakes in front of that. And see if we can make up any more positions. Bloody Apex, keep missing it. Look at the train in front, in fact. If there's contact here, there's someone off there. So I'm up into 13th. Going to say if there's a bit of contact and people defending against each other and all sorts going on in front, I've actually got a chance of getting back into this. Even though it's only a 5-lap race and we're already started lap 3. Guy off to the right hand side, so that's another one. Yeah, it inspires me to go faster, does all this. Chasing this guy in front as well for another position, and then there's 3 guys not far in front of us too. That look like they're catchable as well. Oh god, he went slower then. And he still messed it up. I'm glad I messed up my gears there and I went right behind him because I could have got caught in his spin there. So for a change, I'm actually glad I made a mistake with my gears there. couple of laps of concentration, and let's see if we can get these guys in front. Don't think I'm going to beat my my bumper sticker though, with 5th. I think that's a bit of an ask. Look to see if we can get 9th position now. That'd be nice from where I am at the moment. Ooh, penalty in front. Apex please. Nope, still missed it a bit. What is wrong with me in that corner? Caught up a little bit through those two though. Got a bit of a slipstream now down the straight, which always helps, especially down the next straight where it's incredibly long into the next corner. God, the guy in front's going slow. They broke earlier than me, then took the inside line and then broke at the apex by the look of it. Some people's driving you just can't predict. Well, you can't predict it to be that unpredictable. You think if it went really slowly into the braking zone they'd be a bit faster through the corner, but no. By the way as well, if you're interested, doing 3 races tonight with a 15-minute qualifying session I think it is before. 3 8-lap races, all in the same car, same make, in the Porsche RSR 911, whatever it is. I can never remember what it's actually called. GT3 car. Oh god. Sandwiched. This ain't gonna go well. Need to brake late. Oh, just about managed to do it. 2 for the price of 1. They put me in the sandwich and I ended up coming out better as the filling. That doesn't happen often. Whew, that was a bit of a scary moment. Anyway, yeah, Porsche League tonight, so fancy joining me for that. I'm going to be streaming that. That was a bit of a moment, got the heart rate going a bit. I had to brake later than them and I nearly outbroke myself. Just about managed to get it through that corner. It just happened to be the corner I've been getting wrong the whole time as well, so didn't help my cause. Last lap, so just not enough time to come back through, but felt like we were doing a decent job of making up a few positions then. It would be nice if this race was twice the length now. Now found myself towards the back, so there you go. Not saying that I'd make up any more positions, but I'd try. God, that's deep. Can we do it? Can we get 8? Flash me lights. Can't do a lot else to try and distract him. He's in the GTR. Don't know what he's going to be like on the brakes. Oh, I tried. Lost the rear end a little bit through that last corner, but I did try to get him. Couldn't quite. So 9th in the end. Not great for my bloody DR rating. Oh, right, I'm going to quickly have a look at my little GTS companion thing. And have another slurp because I'm getting a bit dry. If you think I'm a bit weird, because you might have seen me drinking energy drinks quite a bit, it's because I don't drink tea or coffee or oats, so it is my little perk me up drink. Yeah, I have gone up a little bit. I'm at 26,890. No, I'm not. It's gone down with a refresh. 26,537. Bastard. Excuse my language. It's gone down a little bit. Damn. I feel like the harder I try to get my DR up, the bloody more it goes down. That's annoying. Well, that race could have gone better, but it was good fun, if nothing else. Do I do one more? Is there anything just about to start? kind of like Dilla set off, but the way I'm driving today, I don't think I'm going to be any good in the Group 1s. Oh, by the way, what we were on about earlier, that Porsche thing, starts at 9, I'm going to say, 8:45. I'm not sure actually. 9 I think it starts for the qualifying. The racing definitely, something starts at 9. I'm not sure if it's qualifying or the racing. I'm really prepared and organised. Right, what do I do? I'm doing that thing where I'm playing with my hands as well. I don't even notice what I'm doing. Right, come on. Do I do another one? Did enjoy that. I'm going to do another Group B race. Daily race B, whatever it's called. Do I go in a different car just out of interest? Bit boring driving the same car all the time. Found this to be quite a good car when I did quite a lot of practice. It's quite good though because it doesn't really have any tyre wear, but there's no tyre wear on, so don't really get that advantage. Can't see what that car is, that'd be handy to be able to know. Do I try in the Huracan? Let's actually give it a go, since though this is what all the guys have done the fast times in. All the fast times have been done in this car. My English is terrible sometimes. I think that barely makes sense after I've said it. Right, so jumped into the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 2015. Oh, where's my phone? Put it away now. Let me just get YouTube back up. No, I don't want a free trial. Bear with me. Right. Ah, you're right, Dilla. Oh, John as well. How's it going, John? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Did. Bloody filling in the middle of a frigging sandwich and I managed to get out of it, but that was a lucky one. Cheers, John. Good to see you watching, mate. Yeah, good afternoon as well, Dilla. I'm surprised there's anyone watching as well. Right. I'm running out of time to qualify in this thing because I'm getting distracted. Tyres. No. I'm just stalling because I don't like this Lamborghini. I'm just going to embarrass myself, but this is what the fastest times have been done in, so let's give it a go. The cars that you like might not necessarily that great when you're on the hard tyre, so it's interesting to see and jump in a different car and see what it's like. Oh god, the rear end, Jesus Christ, that's live lit. The rear end just went on me then, so I'll have to brake in a bit more to the front, I think. As soon as I lifted off the brakes, the rear tipped in. Does it just reset my thing in fact? No, it's still two to the front now. I'm trying that out for the T1 instead. So that felt incredibly difficult into T1. Oh my god. Right. Start again. That's why I don't like the Lambo. I can't bloody drive the thing. This is why I don't often drive the cars that the fastest times are done in. I always jump in the car and it always feels worse than what I've been driving. And then I can't understand how anyone's got a really quick time out of it. Never know, I might just get one by driving nice and steady, but and just the straight line speed of it making up the time, but I'm not sure. Feels like you've got to be a little bit earlier on the brakes than I was in the Toyota, just to get yourself nice and controlled. Trying to get back to that apex. This is what I don't like about the Lambo as well. I've always found it's got really bad understeer. Can't get back to the apexes if you don't get near them in the first place. Even if you lift off loads, you just don't want to turn back in. And that smoke's gone. Could be quite quick. It's not too bad. 1:30.483. Definitely a bit more time in it to be had by learning the car a bit. And the better exit out there always helps. I haven't actually entered the race here, have I? Done that thing again. Right, better do this lap and enter the race. I'm only going to finish this lap because I'm on a decent lap so far. It's an improvement on my fastest time. Getting a little bit earlier on the brakes just to get it nice and settled into the corner. Especially with that understeer, trying to avoid getting that if possible. Again, a little bit earlier than last time on the brakes so I can get turned into this apex. Oh god. Bit of oversteer on the exit to deal with. Try and get it turned in again. Bit of a four-wheel drift into there. Still half a second up there, so it should be an improvement on my previous qualifying time. As soon as I've done this, I'm going to have to jump out and actually enter the race though. Through the last corner. Ooh, tiny bit of oversteer to catch mid corner. Yeah, 1:29, so that's an improvement. Quickly jump out. Hopefully it hasn't finished the entry period. I do this all the time for some reason. I'm just join qualifying rather than entering the race. I don't intend on doing it. Oh, it's bloody finished as well. God damn you. Well, at least I've got better time for later. Oh, that's annoying though. Alright, I forgot to say, there's loads of long qualifying sessions which I don't really want to be doing. What do I do instead? Not a great deal I can do. Don't really want to do that first race again. I've already done it twice. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. That's my own stupid fault, as per usual. Not pressing the right button. Porsche, I should have maybe tried the Porsche. I'm in the Porsche tonight. In fact, I won 2 races in the Porsche last week round there, so I should have maybe gone in the Porsche. Would have made sense. Right, what do I do? I don't want to do this again. I'm kind of being forced to, just because it's going to take forever to enter another one of those daily race Bs. It's going to be another 15-minute qualifying to wait for, and obviously the race after that. I'm going to be driving around forever if I'm not careful. I'm going to do one more then, and I'll do this daily race A again with a bit of resentment about my own stupid mistake. I'm going to pick black actually, because it makes a huge difference. I'm gutted that I've bloody done that. Even though it's a tiny little thing, it doesn't really matter. More likely to improve my, I'm not saying that, I've had better races in this one, but more likely to improve my DR in, what's it called? Daily Race B. It's annoying. No, I bet I've just done the same thing again. No, it's actually got a time at the top, good. So back at Taguba in the MX-5s. Turn that bloody TC off. nothing you can change. Keep hoping that for some reason the next time I look it's going to change, but it's just plain optimism that they might give us a chance to drive a better car. Feels so slow. Well, I'm in the best stream, I'll be honest, so I do apologise if you're getting a bit bored. Well, no doubt loads of people have joined and left. Challenge in this bloody car at least. Improving on that lap time's tricky. I did a 150, a 105.997 I think it was in the race, in the second race I did, so I can get into the 105s, but the very high 105s with an incredibly good lap where I'm pushing and just getting everything right. Trying to keep the momentum up the best I can, just try and scrub as little, too wide for that, to scrub off as little speed as possible. Don't give me a penalty, don't give me a penalty. I was going to say I could just have a lap time improvement there and cut in that corner. I'm going to restart again. Get rid of my penalty basically, otherwise you lose 2 laps. I'm going to lose my lap time from that one and lose the next lap because that's when you take your penalty. It's a bit of a harsh system really, because you lose more than what you should do really for a little cut. Losing 2 laps for a tiny corner cut is a bit harsh. Well, in that case I want a tiny corner cut, but you know what I mean. Oh god. Nice steady Sunday drive in the old Mazda. That's how it feels when you're going down the straights. Getting up to 90, nearly 100 mile an hour as I jumped on the brakes a little bit too much by the look of it, into that. Again, just above about 95 mile an hour before I get on the brakes into T1. Don't even get above 100. It's probably actually quite realistic for what you'd, if you've just got a road car, what kind of speeds you'd be doing on a track kind like this. If you went in just a 2 litre whatever, kind of sporty but not too sporty. Doing that corner wrong again. Oops. Turned in way too early then. I'm just losing everything on the exit. to straighten that exit again, but I haven't really worked properly anyway. I can't beat that lap time. The 106.3 that I've done, it's almost impossible for me to beat. It's my own lap. I've done it again by turning in too early, not going deep enough on the brakes into there. Saying that I've improved. This could be the one that beats it. Oh, quite a decent exit. And then they mess it up into the last corner by going too heavy on the brakes. Could have beaten my time and then I lost it into the last corner. Typical. That curb helps you get turned into that corner, but then you get too much oversteer going, so can't decide whether it's a good idea to use or not. It's a bit unpredictable to actually use it in the same way every lap. Right, do I get... no, I won't get another lap in, so... pretty sure you can actually run wide there without a penalty, so... hope so anyway. Felt quite nice, but it was slow. Oh. I corrected for something that wasn't there. I expected to happen, but it didn't. I just chucked away the time because of it. Anyway, I wouldn't have finished that lap anyway. Right, deep into here and then straight in this exit. This is how I need to be taking it really. Watch me, I'm going to say watch me just catch the ghost. Every time I look it's got like about a 10-second delay or something. It's like looking into the past, into the future. I'm in the future. It's like I'm in the future. Right, I'm in 8th. That's going to be a struggle. Hopefully whatever number is on that bloody bonnet isn't too high. You don't really manage to pull away too much of a gap from anyone on this track. 7th on the bonnet, so at least that's not too much work to do. I've got to gain 1 position. I've just noticed something about the MX-5 that I've been really using. If you get on the power and just hold it in second for quite a long time, as you're going around the corner, just the rear end starts stepping out, so you're just tightening up the front end line more and more. So as I get on the power, I could have gone even earlier there and I just still managed to get around the corner. So I haven't been using that properly, definitely not. A little trait of the MX-5 by the look of it. What time is it? 22. Better give it a rest after this one. A bit later than I thought actually. Been on for a long time. You love me a long time. Right, oh. Pop-up headlights, you've got to flash your headlights when you've got pop-ups. No one can resist, look. Alright, off we go with a standing start, which isn't too much of an effort in this car. You just pretty much plant the throttle. Just get the radar up. Oh, didn't drop the brake the quickest then. Guy behind me's got a slight run, so stick to the inside to make sure he don't dive down the inside of me. I've already been hit from behind by someone, that's not great. Managed to catch it. That's me down into 9 straight away. I don't know where I got hit there or how I got hit. I wasn't expecting that from the line that I took. All bunching up in front. Need to make sure I get an opportunity out of this first lap. Not just go backwards. Contact as the guys go into each other in front. Forces me to dive to the grass, which I managed to get away with because of the incident, I think. Otherwise it would have been a penalty with that. Everyone looks like they've got a bad run out of this last corner. Second to last, should I say. The guys up front, so I'm back into 8th, that's good. Bit of a gap to the guys behind, so long as I don't make any silly mistakes. Should be okay. Try and roll it in and almost on half power. As you go halfway through that corner, I'm just trying to keep that mid-corner speed up. Looking for any apex that opens up here. Not quite. Guy in front keeping it nice and tidy. This time, bit into his door. I do apologise. I'm going to take it up. Was a bit of a bad move, but legitimate dive to the inside for a bit of space. He turned back in on me. That's what I'm going to claim. Did hit him pretty heavily, so a bit my fault, to be fair. A lot my fault. It wouldn't have hit me at all if I hadn't put myself there, but that's racing. Anyway, I didn't get a penalty for it or anything, so he probably feels that, so, oh shit, that's a little bit harsh, but I didn't know if he was ghosting or not as soon as I saw him then. Anyway, it's going to be a bit rougher in these dailies. You don't know the people you're racing against, you don't feel bad for it. Feel bad for about 10 seconds and then you forget. You just think, oh yeah, I'm in 5th now. Guys in front, a bit of contact on their doors. And again, the rubbing on the way into there on the brakes. Leader's not actually that far in front, really. Or is he 1.8 seconds away as the leader, so potentially there's all sorts possible in this race still. With a bit of contact from people possibly and bad lines like that going on. And that's done me no favours, taking that corner like that. And that's slow. Too close to the apex, I'm going to go wide on the exit if I'm not careful. Had to lift a little bit so I didn't go too wide. Thought we were all bunching up closer and closer then, but it seems to have separated again just coming out of that corner. Quite a bit of concertina effect in these cars actually. Looks like they're really close when they're going through the corner and then guy in front's all over. Trying to carry some kind of pace to get past him, but wasn't possible. He's bumped that guy. I've got to go to the inside to defend this now, and I've got the position. Oh, of course he's hit me. Why wouldn't he? Why would you race clean when you can just hit the guy in front? I know I dived to the inside, but I'm sure they expected it. And I did have a little bit of a gap. It wasn't like I was touching bumpers. Anyway, up into 3rd. Bit naughty this race, but using the opportunities when they arise to try and get past, one way or another. Drop the guy behind a little bit, so don't have to worry too much into this first corner, so long as I don't go too deep, that is. Nearly lost the apex to him there. Last lap, so I've just got to try and defend my position and hopefully finish in 3rd. I don't think it's going to be possible to get the guys in front. Bad corner coming out of there though, slow. guy has got to be thinking about a dive into here, so I'm going to go defensive. It's the last lap, it's probably his only chance to try it, and it's probably one of the better opportunities on the track. And I went defensive, carried a half reasonable line on the exit, so should, touch wood, be okay. Keep looking at the radar more than the track. Again, defending that inside line, so even if he is there, he's got to try and get past around the outside. Oh, just about. He was right behind me on the finish line there, so third in the end. Oh, I like that race, it's good. I'm not the fastest of cars, but it's good fun. Gets the heart rate going as well, because it's all so close. One little tiny moment and you're going backwards about 4 cars. So yeah, you see a bit of contact, and that's where you made up a couple of positions there really. Guys in front having a bit of contact and they slow down so much, lose so much momentum. You've just got to try and find a way past in a way. Anyway, from where were I? Where did I qualify? 6th? 4th? God knows. Right, I'm going to pretty much end it there. Thank you very much for sticking with me if you have done and watching. And yeah, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and like as well if you've liked this. I always say that wrong and it comes out terribly. Anyway, see you again soon hopefully, and if you're interested, like I say, I'm streaming a couple of races, 3 races tonight with a qualifying session beforehand, so yeah, join me for that if you fancy in the Porsches. What track are we at? Maggiore, so it should be quite an interesting one. Anyway, take care and see you again soon hopefully. Adios. Got to stop saying that.